All right, we get a little wiggle going
Get
when
the
we
wiggle,
go
wiggle.
when we go live. That's when you know we're live, when we come on and we're doing this.
We're doing the jiggle.
That's I see it up there, and just like that, we're live, ladies and
Hey,
ladies and gents. Welcome one and all, children of all ages, to the show, the circus that this has become.
the
Uh,
grand finale.
yeah, the grand finale. Made the little
Thank God.
thumbnail, and there was actually a bit of there was excitement and relief in
Yes,
putting finale
mostly
at the
relief.
bottom of that at the bottom of that thumbnail. Yeah, we got a little Sunday edition of this going. We really appreciate everyone that can jump in on this Sunday.
Yeah,
Um, we understand not everyone can. This is when
it's a busy Sunday.
it's a
There's
busy
quite a few
Sunday.
things going on.
There's a lot going on in the world and just in general and maybe in your lives. So if you can take, a moment, a second, a few minutes, an hour, 2 hours, if it goes that far, and just kind of escape from whatever's going on in your day and your life, then we're happy to have you and help be that little bit of a distraction and escape that you need.
Indeed.
So we really appreciate everyone that gets to join in. I'm going to click on a few things.
Hey,
Wisconsin,
Wisconsin. Hey, Canada.
Canada. I saw there's New York up here,
Northern brethren.
Oregon,
Hey.
Scotland. I thought I saw Berlin and Poland. I saw South Africa, I believe I did, but I've lost it now in the jumbled up mess that is the chat.
Yep.
I turned on slow mode just before this started, so it's on a 15-second slow mode kind of thing. We really appreciate everyone joining in. If you've watched every one of these lives, bless you.
Seriously.
Because this is part 8, and each one rolls about
Like 90 minutes.
been fun. Love you guys. We've had a little bit of fun with this, believe it or not.
Yeah, we have. Of course, we have.
You've got to be able to. For those who don't know, we'll do the introductions again. Some people are joining us for the first time. I see. My name is Brian, otherwise known as Incredibly Average.
I am Jax,
She
otherwise
is
known as Movie Missing Monsters.
Yeah, Movie Myths and Monsters.
Hilarious.
And that is Jax's channel. Just hit 12K subs yesterday.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah, congrats on that. Well deserved and growing.
Oh God, I love this. Everyone's like
Los
waiting for
Angeles.
Jax to lose it, like last time.
Yeah, I'll say this.
Oh, God.
This is like last time. This part 8, or I guess I should say volume. It'll be broken up into volumes. 3 and 4, whatever. Once I put it out without commentary, it was split like perfectly at 45 minutes a pop. Part 7 was 45. This is 45. Now the last several minutes of this one, Amber's not even present, but it's still worth a watch because they're still technically on record, and it is the lawyers arguing over some stuff, which is pretty fascinating. There are plenty of opportunities here to lose your mind, to jump in. So we might interrupt a little more today because, man, it bounces, and we have gotten right. We've gotten right into Mexico. Nice. So, for anyone who doesn't know, we left off with Amber being asked the one question: did you ever commit domestic violence against Johnny Depp? And then there was absolute panic,
silence, panic,
and we're taking a break because we deserve a break, and we're entitled to a break, and we're taking it. And they just jumped up. She, ripped her mic off and left the room. So now, after several minutes of being in the hall and taking their break, and probably getting a great deal of coaching,
some story together,
like how are you going to deal with this? How are you going to deal with this? What are you going to do? What are we about to hear in there? You do hear some stuff, and yeah, there's going to be, there it is, South Africa and Ireland and Sweden, all across the globe, folks. Thanks for joining us. Go ahead and get these two out of the way. Susan McFadden, thank you very much for the super sticker. That was well before the live started.
Very nice. Thank you.
That was a couple hours ago. And Suzanne McFadden again with the super sticker. Thank you so much, Suzanne. Lovely to have you here, Suzanne. Thank you very much. All right, so I've said where we're left.
Yes.
I'll never stop hearing Jax go, no. If you didn't watch part 7, go watch part 7. We have a really fun time when Jax just absolutely lost it.
Couldn't take it, man.
Couldn't take it anymore. And you just got to call it what it is.
I couldn't take it anymore.
We apologize for everyone's eardrums, but it was funny, and I regret nothing.
Exactly.
No regrets. No regrets. I'm from Albuquerque. Should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque. It's quite funny. All right, so we're going to jump right into it here in a second. Everyone's funneling in 1,800 or so right now, so we appreciate everyone jumping in here.
It's good for a Sunday afternoon.
I'm going to start some super chats. Yeah, if you're whatever you may be doing today, thanks for stopping in even just for a moment. So feel free to jump in the chat. Let us know what you think. I'll put some stuff up when we need to. And just to let you know where we left off, like I said, we're about to sit back down and discuss Amber being the aggressor, the abuser, the violent one in the relationship. So finale. Here we go.
Finale. Let's go. Of course, it's 9/11. Horrible day. Never forget. And if you're American, I hope your favorite football team wins today.
Yes, I hope you're getting a nice escape, or you're remembering. Never forget. I remember exactly where I was on that day. Jax does as well. For America, for the world in general, it was a pretty bad day for loved ones and across the country. So if we can offer a little bit of an escape, we can do that today. And no disrespect meant at all. And for those who may be mourning the loss of also the Queen from a couple of days ago, for any of those,
love to all of you across
the
pond.
Thoughts and hearts go out to all of you across the way. So so we'll get right into it and hopefully have a better time than we deserve. So, all right, guys, here we go.
The time is approximately 6:18 p.m. and we're back home.
And just a clarification, we're not going to invoke the Fifth Amendment privilege, so you can re-ask that question if you like.
Which question?
Did you commit domestic violence against Johnny Depp?
Any time prior to May 22nd, 2016, did you ever commit an act of domestic violence against Johnny Depp?
Calls for a legal conclusion and irrelevant, but go ahead.
Do you understand what I'm asking you?
No.
No?
Yes, I understand what you're asking.
Okay. And prior to May 21, 2016, or May 22, 2016, is it your testimony that you never committed any act of what would be considered domestic violence against Mr. Depp?
Calls for a legal conclusion and irrelevant to these proceedings.
I did my best to defend myself and not get seriously hurt or be a doormat to whom this happens to all the time.
Isn't it true, Ms. Heard, that you previously confessed and apologized to Johnny Depp for committing domestic violence against him?
I'm going to object. Calls for a legal conclusion, argumentative, harassing.
Isn't it true that you had previously told Johnny Depp that you had hit him?
I'm going to object. It's a different question. It's vague and ambiguous, vague to time.
Many times when we fought, well, not many times, he hit me for a very long time before I ever
I'm going to
picked up my
object as
arms.
non-responsive and move to strike. Ms. Heard, I'd like you to listen to what I'm about to play. Would you do that?
I then stood up. I don't even know if I said, I might have said, like, what the fuck, you know, whatever, because I just been hit in the head with the fucking corner of the door.
I'm so sorry, I did not. I'm sorry.
And then I stood up.
Do you recognize the voices on that tape?
Mm-hmm.
And who are the people on that tape?
It's Johnny and I.
Okay. And is Johnny describing an act where you made a door go into his head?
Objection, harassing, argumentative, vague.
I was trying to escape from a room where Johnny was attacking me. And in order to escape, I was trying to get onto the other side of the door, attempting to close the door, and he was attempting to get in despite my attempts to try and escape an assault.
Isn't it true that on this tape that was just played, you tell Johnny Depp you're sorry?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you fucking clock.
I remember hitting you as a response to the door thing.
Did you just tell Johnny Depp in that recording that I remember hitting you as a response to the door thing?
Yes, as he was trying to get into the door, into the room, I was trying to escape in. He pushed the door into me, and I was trying to hit him by getting him out of the door to stay in the room.
And you told him in that tape recording that you hit him, correct?
I don't know what words I used in that. You can play it back if you want, but I don't remember exactly how long.
If you wouldn't mind, if you'll continue to listen.
Okay.
I'm really sorry about hitting you with the door or hitting your head.
Did you tell Johnny Depp at that time you were speaking to him that you were really sorry for hitting him with the door, hitting him?
I think in that recording I made it very clear that I was sorry that the door hit him while he was trying to get into the room I was escaping or attempting to escape into.
I will mark, excuse me. I'd like you to listen to the following tape. This is punched, and we need to have.
Are they being marked as exhibits?
Yeah, mark as exhibit.
We just marked P as the one we just played,
Okay.
correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And I
Marking
have
the next thing that I'm going to play to you as Q. Would you listen to this, please? This is punching.
It's one
The
of
one
the
that
white.
says punching. Let's skip on.
Sure you are. Anyway, in the bathroom door when you were knocking on it.
This is the punching.
Have you really just open?
Here's the disc.
And you just kept going. I tried to close the door 3 times. You know, please, just don't, and then wait, and then I accidentally, I swear, when I was trying to close the door, I guess it scratched your toes. I didn't mean to do that. I bent down, and you either pushed or you kicked the door open. Say, put the door, get more open. So that
Put it in
No, I didn't mean to. I did not mean to. But I did not mean to do that.
I was bent down behind the door.
I did not do anything to her. I did not kick at the door or push the door so that it would hit you. I did not. I swear. But I mean, that did not. That was not my intention. I think I remember when the door scraped my toes.
Okay. So you told him in that excerpt that you hit him with the door but did not intend to hit him, correct?
Recording speaks for itself.
Did you say that?
I said whatever I said in that recording. I
Okay.
don't. When you play it for me, it's hard for me to remember every single.
And
word.
that's a recording marked as exhibit, the punching.
Q that we
Q.
just played.
Q. Would you continue to listen to exhibit Q?
Are these from the same day?
I reacted, but this whole the door thing, I remember. I never did that. That wasn't on purpose. I might have done it on accident.
Okay. Let's say that was an accident. I then stood up. I don't even know if I said, I might have said, like, what the fuck, you know, whatever. Because I just been hit in the head with the fucking corner of the door.
I'm so sorry, I did not. I'm sorry.
And then I stood up. And then you fucking clocked.
I remember hitting you as a response to the door thing.
That's exactly what I just told us.
And I'm really sorry about hitting you with the door or hitting your head. I did not mean to, nor.
You didn't need to hit me in the head with the door, but you meant to
I did
punch me in the jaw.
I meant to hit you, and I did not do this thing with the door. I do remember, I did mean to hit you.
So that you didn't mean.
The door? No, God, no, I
But punching me in the jaw.
I didn't. Okay, I'm sorry.
So on the tape, you tell Johnny Depp that you did mean to hit him.
Objection, that's argumentative, and it misstates what the recording was.
And it also misrepresents what actually happened, which is him trying to get into a room I'm trying to keep him out of. And then he runs the door over my toes, trying to get into the room. I tried to push him out of it, which is what the hit is referred to. And Johnny, whenever he was injured or touched, it always referred to it in these ways of punching or clocked or whatever. And whether you discussed it with him or not, the last thing you do in talking to him afterwards or trying to reconcile with him is to get into what the definition of those words mean to him.
Just say what
So
happened.
I never even addressed it. He would, if he was ever pushed, it was a cold. He called it a cold clock. I mean, it was just very dramatic.
Isn't
about
it true, Ms. Hurd, that in September of 2015, you punched Johnny Depp in the face with a closed fist?
I hit.
All right. Because we're about to move on to a different situation, to a different incident. I think a lot of people in the chat already are aware of this door kicking incident and how she's tried to reframe it and tell it, and they just kept playing piece after piece.
Yeah.
Let her lie a little bit, and then be like, but, and the fact that she says, I made it very clear in the video that I was trying to escape him, or in the audio. No, you didn't. No, you freaking didn't.
No.
You absolutely didn't. You were there apologizing, saying like, no, I mean, I kicked the door into your head. I didn't mean for the door to hit your head.
Right.
But then when you were like, what the F, then I punched you. It is very, very, I did a video on this like a couple of years ago, and you can hear it a little clearer. And it's on my channel, and you see all the smiles and everything, and I amped up the volume and made it a lot clearer so you could hear the audio. It is so clear that she's just basically saying like, okay, I'm sorry I punched you. Like she just got so mad again, like she said in other audios, I just get so mad, I lose it.
Yep.
And that's what she says. The fact that this starts out many times when we'd fight, many times, well, not many times, because she's like, oh, crap. She asked questions during this, like, oh, is this the same day? How many discussions about punching this dude in the face did you have?
Right.
How many, several, by the way, they're out there. There are several discussions about many incidents where she punches him, slapped him, mocks him for saying, I was hitting you, I wasn't punching you.
All that.
That's why she's asking, was this the same day? Because she knows there are more tapes, more discussions that they had about where they're discussing, like she says, what her violence and her definition of it versus his definition of what being hit means. That's why she's rolling her eyes going, oh my God. And she's smirking during it. Like she's almost enjoying it and just rolling
I love
her
when
eyes.
she says, oh, he was just always very dramatic about anything that happened. Like,
he was so dramatic. Every time I hit him, it was just like, oh, you big, like she mocks him in the audio. One of the audio, she mocks him. You big baby, Johnny.
Yeah.
Grow the fuck up, Johnny. You big baby. I mean, it's mocking just the idea, the gall that this man would have to have an issue with being punched in the face. How dare he? And she just rolls her eyes at it and smiles at it and smirks at it. And it's really disgusting to watch.
Sickening.
of course, this is the infamous moments where she's sitting here eating.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think this is the portion of the deposition that people are probably most familiar with. It's where most of the clips come out of, and it's sort of the
The
like
heat of it.
epitome
Yeah.
of insanity here at the end.
Yeah, exactly. This is when she's trying to twist as much as she can twist. Again, folks, this is months, just a few months after some of the most recent moments of violence that she claims she suffered. And yet she's hearing an audio tape and saying, well, I don't remember. You can play it back. I don't even remember what was just said. But in 2022, she goes to Virginia and she's like, I'll never forget it. This was said and this was done. And she's like stitching together this crazy detailed story, and she remembers everything. But right here, she doesn't even remember a tape that was just played for you. It was just played. I don't remember what I said. Well, did you tell him you were sorry? I don't remember what I said. And I agree, Mr. Harder. The tape speaks for itself. And he says that. The tape
he did. He
for
said
itself. This is an incident where Amber is very much trying to get to Johnny because Johnny would hide out in bathrooms and everything else and lock himself in rooms and remove himself from the situation until things calmed down. And she mocks him for that too on tape.
Constantly.
And she convinces him to like kind of open the door. Let's have a discussion, all this stuff. And then as he's starting to crack the door, and if you hear Johnny talk about it, she starts trying to just
barge in,
just power her way through the door. And he's trying to close it. He even tells her, I try, like, over, you just keep coming. And I'm trying to shut the door. And you keep coming. And she doesn't argue that at all.
Yeah.
And then she says, well, the door scraped my toes. He leans down to check. So now she's like, I need to like completely, like the door scraped my toes. And then the moment he's like, okay, I'll stop resisting and check on your toes. She's like, boom, kicks it into his head. He's like, what the, and then she punches him right in the jaw.
Yeah, it's horrible.
This is not a woman trying to escape anything. And you can hear it in the way she's saying. She's like, I was trying to escape into a room that he was in, or I was trying to escape from, and is in, out, to, from.
Everything's like in fragmented sentences.
Oh my God. None of it makes sense.
No, not remotely.
It's infuriating to watch her do this and expect anyone to believe it.
Ridiculous.
But again, we have to do this. I don't know how long it took me. He beat me for a very long time. And every time she discusses a new incident, it was even harder this time. He was coming at me hard and repeatedly this time. And it was really hard. And she always says, I got beat for so long, and he hit me for so long that I don't know how long it took me to finally raise up my arms. Like, even she won't even acknowledge that how long it took me to swing on him. Because she's like, no, I just raised my arms up. I don't know what happened after that.
It's always funny to me that she remembers, word for word what everyone else in a situation said, but not what she said.
Right. Right. If you go back to a previous, to bounce off that point, go back to one of the previous parts when she's talking about the April incident, the birthday incident.
Yes.
And she remembers everything he said, everything he did. Again, what she claims.
Yep.
But when it comes to her marching through and arguing, she goes, I don't know if it was like a name. I don't know. I mean, I said something. I can't remember the comment, but why not? Why can't you remember your comment? Because it's maybe akin to the audio tape when she's telling him to suck her dick and everything like that, and telling him he'll never amount to a man, or someone else will teach his son how to be a good man because he's a terrible father, and everything like that. And she's just going for the throat every time, mentally, verbally.
Yes.
She doesn't remember that stuff. Isn't that funny?
Imagine that.
But she does. She speaks for everyone else. She has no trouble putting words in everyone else's mouth.
Which is what made me lose it last time. The cop said this.
Yeah, the cop. No, they didn't. Echo.
Oh, good.
Oh my God. It is frustrating. It is very frustrating.
Yeah.
Before we change incidents, do you mind if I get to a few of these jacks real quick?
Of course not. Knock yourself out.
Adriana, just because from Connecticut. Thank you for the just because of that. Thank you so much. Kelly,
Elaine's
Kelly, thank you so much. Brian, please do a debunk video on
Yeah.
Elaine's opening statement at trial. Just heard for the first time and couldn't believe all the lies. If anyone
Yeah.
can do it, it's you. Love your content. Thanks for your hard work. It would be something to do. It would be quite the undertaking. I will consider it. However, I will, to make a point, we are very tired of this woman in general.
Should have
and
seen
just
us
every-
listening to the damn opening statement in court.
Yeah, we were there. We were in court for the opening statement, and it was like, I cannot believe she's saying this, but then again, I can. It's something that would be nice to do and to have. I don't know how necessary it is to have now, but it is a good
It's
suggestion.
beyond the
and I
point
will
of
consider it.
exhaustion with this
Yeah.
now.
But if I can muster the strength, I will consider it. There are some things I do want to do to kind of follow up, but it's more or less just to put a ribbon or a bow on it, you know.
Yeah.
And
We still have
So-
Raquel's deposition to go
we still have
through,
Raquel's deposition to go
which
through,
is
yeah,
much shorter.
much shorter, about 3 hours. We'll knock that out in 3 parts, be done.
Yeah.
And she's just as exhausting, annoying. Shelly Ann, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shelly Ann, for that. TY, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you for that, TY. Australia from Ironback, thank you so much. I assume you're saying you're from Australia.
Nice.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Amber spent some time in Australia. You did some pretty heinous things. R-Dub, thank you so much. Thanks for these from Arizona. I finally made a live. Good to have folks who have
Thank
finally
you.
made
Glad
one.
you
I
could
mean,
join us.
part 8. Why not join in the best one?
Yes.
Jennifer, thank you so much. Can't take anyone Amber or any more Amber
Mhm.
fuckery, but sending thanks for the work y'all have done. Got to celebrate a finale. We'll have this on the background for the view. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
that. And great work, and appreciate the commitment. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been quite an adventure, and we appreciate everyone for sticking it out,
Yeah,
and
we do.
everyone who's joining us live and can finally join for us live. Jill Downey, thank you so much for coming back. Jill, I'm sad this is the last one. It is bittersweet.
It is
It
bittersweet.
is bittersweet. We've had a good time sharing this with you and the commentary and the comments and the conversation. We really do enjoy it. So thanks everyone for that.
Yes.
Thank you, Jill.
Certainly.
We'll continue something.
Yeah, of course.
I'll continue something. I still want to hang out with all of you, and I still want to talk about current events and everything, and anything that pertains to this as it comes up and has relevance and feels it needs to be covered.
Maybe Brian and I will go on some adventures.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just do some vlogs.
Yeah.
God.
God.
Oh God.
It would
And-
just be cackling the whole
Yeah.
time.
Well, Anna, thank you so much. Thank you for some entertainment. Yes, escape from the royal family drama.
Drama llamas.
Drama llamas. Yeah, drama
Mhm.
llamas happening in the UK with another Amber Heard here right now. Thank you. I assume. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying with that. Yeah, good to provide that. Gina, thank you so much for the super sticker. Katie, now I know why they needed a break. Exactly.
No.
They went and got those snacks to give her time to think during
Yes.
the questions. Correct. That's exactly what she's doing, because now she's like, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Mhm.
I, and here we go. Weave the tale.
Yes.
Nicole, let's go. Thank you, Nicole. Hi, Jax, and Jax's amazing laugh. It's infectious, I tell you.
Hilarious.
And hi to my boo, Brian. My boo.
You're a
My
boo.
I'm a boo. How is Layla? And what would you like for dinner tonight? Is this Harder the one that worked with Trump and Hulk Hogan? I don't know if Harder worked with Trump. I don't know. I mean, maybe he did, because I do know that he worked with Hulk Hogan. So this is the same. This is the same Charles Harder. For dinner tonight, I don't know. I want pizza.
Me
So
too.
I'll probably get pizza and
That
watch
was
some-
my plan too. Hilarious.
I wanna get some pizza and watch some football. So and Layla's doing well. She gets her stitches out and still waiting on the results of what that was on her neck. But she gets her
Good.
stitches out in I don't know, 4 or 5 days, and she's doing well. She's rested. She's off the meds, the antibiotics, the painkillers, all that. She's lovely. I posted a picture on Twitter. Go check that out. I'm not active on Twitter a lot lately, but I did post a picture of her at the vet when I was taking her. Ames Van Mercer, thank you so much. Nigel Brayshaw. One
Yeah,
moment
dude.
she's saying she's trying to open the door. The next minute she's trying to close the door. Exactly. Deborah, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you for that, Deborah. Kim, thank you so much for that one as well. That's very generous. Thank you. Michelle Snell, thank you for the super sticker. Caseware, Brian, loved and followed you from your first video. I'm so happy you found Jax through this. Amber
Thank
Heard
you.
is a goddamn nut. This
Yes,
is
indeed.
insane to watch. Yes, she is, and I'm happy I've met Jax through this as well. I've crafted some wonderful relationships and friendships through this that I wouldn't change for anything. And
No, best part of the whole thing, to be honest.
that's been the best part of this whole thing. Well said, Jax. Because it's been a nightmare at times, and that's been the big payoff. Have been the friendships.
Absolutely.
R-Dub, thank you so much. The eating and complete disrespect for this entire process is so cringe. She gives off I'm above all this vibe. Gross. Oh yeah, she does that the entire time. Lisa Glint, wow. Lisa,
Ooh,
thank you
thank
so
you very
much.
much.
Jesus. Thank you both so much for doing what you're doing to bring the truth. So much of hard work has gone into putting these videos together. Thank you again. Also, I would not have been able to watch this without your commentary. Love to you both. And again, thanks. Thank you, Lisa, for that kind comment. Thank you for the generosity. Thank you for just everything, and the encouragement to keep doing this and babbling on like a moron. We really do enjoy it. I wouldn't do this any other way if I couldn't involve everyone else and get a little break from it myself. So we're going to get back to it. I'm going to wind it back a little bit and go into the next set here.
He was ever pushed, it was a cold, he called it a cold clock. I mean, it was just very dramatic.
Isn't it true, Ms. Heard, that in September of 2015, you punched Johnny Depp in the face with a closed fist?
I hit Johnny one time when he. Sorry, I'll wait.
No, you answer the question. Please stop whispering because it's distracting over here.
It's your team.
No, I was referring
No, these
to
two.
this actually.
I can't hear them. I hear
I
them.
can't hear them.
So please answer the question.
Yes or no, did you ever
No.
punch Johnny Depp with a closed fist in the history of your relationship with Johnny?
Answer it however you feel you wish to.
One time, Johnny was hitting me, and he was hitting me hard and repeatedly, and I was screaming. Security walks in, and they don't do anything about it. And he makes this motion when Jerry Judge yells "boss" or Sean, I can't remember who it was, and all we had was a little bit of separation, and my sister runs down the stairs. We're on a landing in between two flights of stairs.
Ms. Heard, I must interrupt you,
You can't.
because
You
I've
can't.
asked you a yes
Then
or no question.
withdraw your question then because
Ms.
she's
Heard,
answering.
prior to today's date, have you ever hit Johnny Depp?
Answer it however you wish. You've already asked and she's already answered and you interrupted her.
Ms. Heard, have you ever hit Johnny Depp prior to today?
Objection, Vegas to time.
Hey, everyone on this side of the room, please.
Objection 352. It's not relevant to this domestic violence proceeding.
Overruled.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Answer it however you want to, including the way you were just, if
I'm
you
asking
wish.
for a yes or no answer.
You don't have to answer it the way she wants you to answer it.
He was about to push my sister down the stairs. She was attempting to break us up. I am protective over my baby sister. When he laid hands on her, I don't know what I did, but I know I jumped in between the actions that I saw could lead to a fatal injury to my sister. She was standing on the top of a flight of the stairs, and she has never hurt anyone in her life, and she does not deserve to be pushed down the flight of stairs. And it looked like she was about to be. And I would have done what anybody who has a child or a sister would have done. I acted defensively
in her life. I saw her standing on top of a flight of stairs and trying to interrupt a fight in between him and I. I don't know what part of my body I put in between me and him and her. But I would have done anything. I would have done anything to prevent her from being pushed down a flight of stairs.
Isn't it true, Ms. Hurd, that prior to today you've committed domestic violence against your sister, Whitney Hurd?
I'm going to object. Don't answer that. It has nothing to do with these proceedings.
Isn't it a fact, Ms. Hurd, that you've hit Johnny Depp on multiple occasions prior to today's date?
Objection 352.
Okay, it's compound. It's been asked and answered.
Isn't it a fact, Ms. Hurd, that on multiple occasions prior to today you've hit Mr. Depp without any provocation?
Same objection.
Objection Vegas to time 352.
No?
No.
Isn't it a fact, Ms. Hurd, that prior to today you have slapped Mr. Depp on multiple occasions?
Objection Vegas to time 352.
Isn't it true you've slapped Mr. Depp prior to today on multiple occasions?
Same objection.
When you live in such a violent relationship as I have been in, with someone who's so much bigger than you and so much stronger than you and has no off button, you do the best you can to defend yourself. And I don't know to what extent I would have, he could claim I have done damage on him. I've done my best to defend myself. He is much bigger than me. He's much stronger than me. And this went on for so long before I ever even tried to defend myself.
Objection, move to strike non-responsive.
It is responsive.
Isn't it a fact, Ms. Hurd, that you, on multiple occasions prior to today,
Please lower your voice.
threw objects
Please
that,
lower your voice.
that hit Mr. Depp, including a mineral spirits can?
Objection.
352, it's irrelevant to these proceedings. It's Vegas to time. It's vague and ambiguous. Including a mineral, it sounds like a compound. Are you asking about several instances or one instance? It's vague.
Have you ever intentionally thrown an object that hit Mr. Depp prior to today?
Okay, I'm going to get some new objections. 352, irrelevant to these proceedings, vague and ambiguous, Vegas to time, harassing. But go ahead and explain in any way you feel is appropriate.
What do you mean?
I mean, have you ever thrown an object prior to today at Mr. Depp that hit him?
Same objections.
I don't know what has hit him. I don't remember anything in particular about mineral spirits.
Have you ever thrown a bottle or any other object at Mr. Depp prior to today which hit him?
Same objections.
I don't know.
Isn't
I don't
it
know what's hidden.
Isn't it true, Ms. Hurd, that you in
You
fact...
interrupted her.
I don't know what is hit him. I don't know what has been thrown in self-defense because it meant that, or him being landing a punch at me. I don't know also what I will pass over when we have these discussions afterwards and you're just seeking for peace. What I would have said or not said just to move on with our lives and acquire for ourselves some sort of peace. So a lot of times we'd have these conversations afterwards where he would articulate some of his experiences and a lot of which are delusional, and some to which I would agree and not.
Focus on the question. The question was about throwing.
Have you ever, prior to today, thrown any object at Mr. Depp, whether or not it hit him?
Objection.
352.
352, irrelevant, vague as a time, calls for a narrative, potentially.
It calls for a yes or no answer. Ms. Hurd, have you prior to today ever thrown any object at Mr. Depp, whether or not it actually hit him?
Same objections, and answer it however you wish.
I don't know. It depends on, I guess, the context. I might have thrown something if it meant that it was either because he was advancing on me or because I had no other means to which I could protect myself. He weighs well over 100 pounds more than me, and if someone like that's coming after you because they're high or fucked up, high or drunk and have taken a bag of ecstasy and done a bunch of cocaine and are heavily intoxicated, like in Australia or Japan, you do whatever you can to defend yourself. And I don't know, I have no idea what else I could do.
So is that yes or no?
I don't know is what my answer was to you, and I explained it the best I could.
Isn't it true?
Oh, sweet Lord.
100 pounds
100
more
pounds?
than me? Johnny weighs 240 pounds
Yeah,
now.
Johnny's like
He's a middle linebacker.
Yeah, I was about to say
Fucking
he's a UFC heavyweight. Like, come on. 100 pounds? We've seen you standing next to him.
Oh my God.
You are like the same height. He's not 100 pounds more than you.
No.
She's like $130 easy.
Totally.
Easily.
Totally.
Johnny's never hit 200.
No.
Christ. Oh, Lord. But, it's 100 pounds. She has to make it seem like she's fighting off the Incredible Hulk.
Over. Fucking hilarious.
God, and I don't know what I threw. Well, we know
She remembers,
you threw...
like we already said, she remembers every single thing that somebody else did or said.
Yes.
I don't know what I threw. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
They're getting ready to straight up ask her about his finger.
They're going to ask. They're going to... Yeah, JD is Shaq now. Yeah,
yes, totally.
How many...
Dude.
Yeah, I mean, the Yorkie was gigantic. Johnny's
Everything.
gigantic. She's just this petite little flower that can't even hardly defend herself, but she tried after years of just taking abuse. She tried. She tried her damnedest. She threw pots, pans, vases. She admits to that. That's
candles, lit candles.
That's on tape. She
TV remote controls.
When he asked her, TV remote controls against his head that broke, and he's like, all he can do is like embarrassingly ask, like, "Hey, can you replace this remote?" Like, to his assistant. She threw like Red Bull cans.
Yeah.
She threw her purse. Travis McGivern, the day in question when it comes to the Whitney, like the baby sister. It's her sister's 2 years younger than her.
Yeah.
Okay. Her baby sister, I would protect my baby sister, and Johnny made a motion, so I don't know what I did. I just know I jumped between them and everything like that. No, that went a lot different. Notice she can remember everything. She can't even remember which security guard was present. She was so blacked out with rage. It wasn't Sean. It wasn't Jerry. It was Travis McGivern, who testified in the trial and said that he went up there, and yes, they were both yelling at each other and whatever, and they were having a heated argument. But Amber was throwing things, and she threw a Red Bull can at him. She spit on him. She threw her purse, which Travis like knocked out of the air before it hit Johnny. And then when Travis was trying...
Matumbo game.
Matumbo. No.
No, not today.
No, not today. Oh my God.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I have to laugh, otherwise it's too much, bro.
Oh, it's just too much. You can't even take it. And Travis says he tried to like kind of separate them, and Amber basically just like lunged over everybody. And even Whitney was trying to break it up, and Amber lunges past everyone and punches Johnny straight in the face.
Yep.
And that's it. And like Travis gets Johnny the hell out of there.
Yeah,
and if you recall, Jennifer Howell, who was a friend of Amber's at the time, even, but is really
if
good
we
friends.
recall, she's one of the biggest witnesses, the most important people involved.
Exactly. That this is when Whitney went to live with Jennifer. Like Jennifer gave her a sanctuary from Amber, and because Amber is violent towards Whitney as well, and there's video of that discussion when Whitney was on an old reality TV show where they're talking about Amber kicking her ass and everything and looking at the bruises on her. And she's like, I don't want to talk about it. But she did talk about it to Jennifer Howell.
Yeah.
She did talk about it. She talked about the violence she suffered from Amber. And she talks about the violence that
Johnny
JD,
suffered.
that Johnny suffered from Amber, and even was quoted as saying, I think she's just going to kill him one day.
Yeah.
She's going to kill him one day.
Yeah.
And that this situation was Amber almost pushed Whitney down the stairs. Whitney was trying to break them up, and Amber almost pushed Whitney down the stairs. And everyone agrees to that except Amber, and now except Whitney. And that's why when you go back and watch Whitney's testimony on the stand and look at Johnny just looking heartbroken, he won't look at Amber. He'll never look at Amber the entire time. He just can't, and I don't blame him.
Yep.
But he looks at Whitney like, how can you say this?
Yep.
He loved Whitney and understood what Whitney had to go through because he went through it as well. And it is heartbreaking to watch him see Whitney
Lying.
up on the stand lying for this person.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's your sister, but for crying out loud.
Yeah.
We're going to get to, let's see, what did I get to in terms of, oh, they asked about the mineral spirits can. I think they'll get into that, and I'll pull something up here in a minute. But they're about to ask about all sorts of things. Pots, pans, vases, she admits to.
Yes.
It's on tape. Go listen to the very first audio when Johnny's like, you throw pots, pans, vases. She's like, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. You shouldn't run away no matter what. I don't know. God, it's infuriating. Anyway, let's get back to Rocky versus Drago. And
God.
You know,
if he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies. It must break you. Yeah, so super heavyweight Johnny Depp here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, just here we go.
Yep, go. Hit play.
Depp, I mean, Miss Heard.
Australia or Japan,
Miss,
you do whatever you can to defend yourself, and I don't know. I have no idea what else I could do.
So is that yes or no?
I don't know is what my answer was to you, and I explained it the best I could.
Isn't it true, Miss Depp, I mean, Miss Heard, that in Australia in March of 2016, you threw an alcohol bottle at Mr. Depp, and in fact, when it smashed, you cut off the end of his finger with the bottle that you'd thrown?
That's a ridiculous accusation.
Isn't it a fact that you threw on December 30th, 2015, while on the island in Exuma, a can of mineral spirits paint thinner and hit Mr. Depp in the head?
Objections 352 irrelevant to these proceedings, vague, argumentative, harassing.
Isn't it true? Yes?
If she doesn't want to have you answer, then let her ask another
Are
question.
you prepared to answer?
Sorry.
She was about to, but you started asking a new question.
I apologize. Ms. Depp, Ms. Heard, are you about to answer? Would you answer that question?
Please repeat your question.
Did you throw on December 30, 2015, a can of paint thinner while on the island of Exuma at Johnny Depp and hit him in the head?
352, irrelevant to these proceedings, vague, argumentative, and harassing.
On the island, I remember this last time he came at me really bad. He came at me really hard. And it started in the closet, and at one point he had me by the neck in the closet. And he said this, I think he said it was like this, you don't think I'll fucking do it this time. You don't think I'll fucking do it. He had his hands around my neck. Wasn't squeezing very hard. He was, but he was squeezing. And I don't know if I pushed him or I picked something up to get away, or at what point I picked something up, but I have thrown something on the island at him while I was running from the closet where this started to the door to get out.
Isn't it true, Ms. Heard, that in front of two different employees at the island, you threw the paint thinner and hit him in the head on December 15th?
352, irrelevant, vague, argumentative, harassing.
In front of whose employees?
And asked and answered.
Oh. That's true. I just explained it, I guess.
Well, explain it again, because
No,
What's-
I'm
what-
not
no,
asking.
no.
No, I'm not asking for anything other than a yes or no. Did you or did you not throw a can at Johnny Depp on December 15, 2015?
Asked
No.
and asked and
No.
you have to wait
Okay.
for me to
Oh,
object.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Objection argument.
I'm sorry.
Just wait.
In
You have all the
fact,
time in the world. She doesn't. You do.
So
Miss,
Stop talking, please. I haven't given my objections. Or are you withdrawing the question?
there's no question pending.
There was. I was about to object. My objections are 352, irrelevant, harassing, vague, vague as to time, and answer however you feel is appropriate.
Okay. What incident are you referring to?
I'll move on, Miss.
No, I want you to answer. Can you please read back the
Heard.
question?
Ms. Hurd.
Please read back the question.
Isn't it
Withdraw the question.
Fine, withdraw the question and we'll move on.
Isn't it true that you've been previously arrested for committing domestic violence?
Okay, jump back in. Jump
we
back
go.
in real quick for the love of God. Here we go. So this is the island incident.
Yep.
And Blair kind of mixes a date up here. She says December 15, 2015. She means December 2015 because the reason is because there was another incident December 15, 2015 where Amber's mauling Johnny's face.
The Corden show
and
thing.
the Corden show thing where she claims he almost killed her, but then she went on James Corden the next day and looked fine.
Fine.
And was fine. Who, people saw her, nurses saw her, medical.
Tons of people saw her.
People saw her, yeah, and nothing. So then they go to the island just around Christmas and New Year's and all that. And let me see if I can share this real quick because Tara Roberts, who basically is, operations on the island.
Yes.
And she manages all that stuff. Let's see if we can pop this up here.
Do it. Hey.
Hey, there. Works like a charm. All right. So we have Tara Roberts, who, in her own words, works as Johnny Depp. Works with Johnny Depp as his estate manager.
Works as Johnny Depp?
Works as Johnny Depp. You lucky lady. As his estate manager on his Bahamian island property since December 2008. I will read this. Might get a little choppy. While at the island, Johnny's then wife, Amber Heard, usually did not communicate with me directly. Most communications she chose to make through her assistant in LA or Johnny. She wouldn't even talk to Tara face to face on the island. She'd have someone in LA call Tara. During the evening of December 29th, 2015, Johnny drove to the office alone in his John Deere Gator. He had said he just needed to get away from Amber. Shortly after Amber showed up to the office, Amber started pleading with him to come back to the house. Again, she ain't trying to escape from nobody. And at the point, I walked out of the office. A few minutes later, I heard his vehicle start and I stepped outside. She was standing in front of the vehicle, screaming at him and apparently not letting him get away by blocking his path. Then she climbed into the vehicle and he drove her back to the house. I got in my golf cart and went to the cafe, which is a short distance from the house. I called Christy as I was unsure. Now, Christy is Johnny's sister, as I was unsure how far this would go. While I could not hear what caused the fight, Amber repeatedly berated him with increasing ferocity. She was insulting him, calling him names, and in the middle of this onslaught, I heard her specifically say, "Your career is over. No one is going to hire you. You're washed up, fat. You will die a lonely man," and screaming things that were incomprehensible. Now, this is very on brand for what we've heard her say to him and what she's screamed at him before.
Yes.
Some of the new audios that came out during the trial. That's very on brand for her. At some point, Johnny tried to leave again as they were now in the parking lot. He repeatedly asked for the keys for the vehicle, which Amber had taken, and refused to give back to him, and which we later found in the house. He was responding to her verbal attacks by saying, "Go away and just leave me alone," which is also on brand. Amber's screaming and berating rose to a fever pitch, and Johnny continued to yell, "Go away and leave me alone." I asked Christy what I should do, and she said I should keep an eye on the situation as Amber's rage continued to escalate, and I described the scene to Christy. She said that I needed to intervene and I should go to Johnny's assistance. I hung up immediately, ran to the parking lot. I saw Amber lunge at Johnny, clawing, which we've seen the claw marks from the December 15th incident, clawing, tugging, and aggressively pulling him. He continued to stand stand there yelling at her to stop and to leave him alone. And when he stepped back to leave, her onslaught would start again. During this entire incident, I never saw Johnny hit Amber or push her back, nor did he physically react to the attacks. She would calm down and hug and apologize, which we've also heard, which is really like creepy to hear that on the tapes, when she'll go from berating him and then you'll hear her like trying to love on him and kiss on him and everything, which is really weird.
She also like will, when she knows she's recording, she'll like start to whisper when she doesn't want something picked up, or like put the phone away from her so it doesn't pick up what she's saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nor did he physically react to her attacks. She would calm down and hug and apologize, and he would say that he needs to leave, and then it would start again. So this again, every time he's like, "Look, that's fine. You're calm. I'm still going to go," and then she would start in again. And even her therapist said that she would do this, that she would physically react and punch him and start fights to keep him from leaving. Finally, I stepped between them. She continued to reach for him, but maybe my presence stopped it. I walked him to the cafe and he lay down on the couch, and that's when I saw that he had a red swelling gash on the bridge of his nose. And Amber, Johnny then told me, had thrown a quart-size can of lacquer thinner or mineral spirits into Johnny's face, causing the gash. And then she wrecked the place. Like, she threw her paint and everything like that. She threw her wedding ring, which they had to find. And she never saw any marks, any makeup, anything. And this was, again, just like 2 weeks after she claims Johnny nearly killed her and caused her just devastating injuries. So that's that.
Someone made a funny comment that was like, Johnny killed me twice and then I went and made coffee.
That was basically Australia. She's like, yeah, I made it, and then I made him coffee.
You'll notice also what's completely missing from this deposition is the sexual assault allegations.
Yeah, there are not even a hint.
No,
because that stuff was
didn't happen.
Made up and added a couple of years ago
for the London trial.
For the London trial, for the UK trial. Yeah, that is correct. So I thought that was
also
nice.
I don't know what my hair is doing today, but we're just going with it. It's fine. It's great.
It looks great. It's fine. It's fine. It's Sunday.
Sunday. That's what's happening.
Who's talking about her hair? Huh?
Nobody.
I'm just kidding. Okay. Looks great, Jax.
It's fine.
You don't let them get you down.
I'm not down.
All right.
I don't give a fuck about those people.
You hear that, folks? She don't give a fuck.
I don't.
Fine. That's fine. But we love you.
I love you too.
Thanks for showing up. Let's get to some of these. These are stacked up. I got 39. Rolling. Naomi, thank you.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. They won yesterday. Some controversy.
They did. So did the Hurricanes.
And Anna, nice. Go Canes. Anna again. The night of the bathroom, she claims amnesia from the Ambien, yet remembered I didn't intend and I did intend, but had amnesia. Which was it? Yeah.
Selective amnesia.
Anna, it's whatever's convenient. Anna.
Yeah.
It's whatever's convenient. Okay. Roll with it.
We're rolling.
Deborah Hughes, thank you for the super sticker. Kelly Pelican, thank you so much. I totally get it. I was screaming at my phone screen during the opening statement. I just can't believe some people still stick behind her. Appreciate all your guys' hard work. Yeah.
Man, the crazy thing about sorry, just for
no,
one
go
second.
ahead.
The crazy thing about Elaine's opening statement is that we were sitting there, obviously, with Laura and a bunch of other people who we've come to know over the years.
Yep.
And we knew what Elaine was talking about, but the way that she was saying it was so exhausting and confusing and just crazy. And even us who knew exactly what she was referencing, what incident, what nonsense, we were like, oh my God, what the hell? So I remember coming out of there, maybe it was to you, maybe it's to Laura, but I was like, there is no way that the jury even remotely understood anything about that.
We know this inside and out.
Yeah.
And we were confused.
I was exhausted.
I was like, there's no way. There is no way they follow this. You're right.
No.
She jumped from one to another. She goes, and you'll hear about that too. But anyway, back to this. But then it's so bizarre watching it.
It was insane the way that she did that.
Yeah. She failed straight out the gate.
Oh yeah.
Just stumbled. Super Andy Star, thank you so much. Finale, such a teachable moment in today's culture. Listen to every victim until you can believe them. She deserves everything she got. Hashtag justice for Johnny. Agreed.
Totally.
Yeah, this isn't you don't have to believe someone outright.
It's okay to ask questions.
But it's okay to ask. We've said that. We've said it is okay to ask questions. Everyone deserves to be heard.
Yeah.
You don't deserve to be believed if you're lying. You just you deserve to be heard. And
it's not inherently rude or disrespectful or anything else to just ask.
It's not misogynistic. It's not toxic. It's not anything you want to label it. Just hear it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because now you have this this hard line drawn and everyone is just digging in deeper, refusing to accept the fact that maybe we came out of the gate a little strong with this one.
Yep.
Because she's painted this picture of horror and living with it. And everyone was like, there's no way anyone would make that up. Yes, there is.
Oh, absolutely.
Rhythm and Blues, thank you so much. I like the chicken.
Yeah, I like the chicken.
I like the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Such a child.
Same.
Amber Lindsay, thank you so much, Amber, for coming back. She's been on here quite a few times and is always very generous. Thank you, Amber, for this. I can't tell y'all how happy I was to hear about there being Raquel's Depo to go. I forgot about that and was so sad. I thought this was it. I know y'all are worn out, so thank you. Yes, we are worn out. Yes, we are doing Raquel's, and yes, we're happy to bring it to you and let everyone sit through that ditzy nonsense as well.
Yeah. Also, we're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Things are just going to change, but that's okay. We'll still be here.
Yeah, we'll still be here. We'll still be covering other stuff. We'll still be talking about other things and still get to hang out. And this is going to, every now and then, this is going to
this will rumble back up.
This is going to just bubble back to the surface every now and then. I just know it. And when it does, we'll be there to, so that's bubbles popping.
Rhythm and Blues is watching the now Bengals and Pittsburgh game going on in the reflection of my Goonies poster. The Dolphins just won. Yay!
Yay! Go Fins!
So now there's another game on.
Now you can see it reversed. Freddie Stardust, thank you so much. I need this highlighted. Amber Heard referred to DV survivors as doormats in this.
Yes.
Yep. Because that's how she. Yep. Because she made fun of Johnny. Hey, he was so dramatic. He's a doormat. He lets me walk all over him. What a sissy. This person became a DV spokesperson. Let that sink in, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's how she feels about those type of people. That's how she feels about victims of domestic violence.
Yep. She thinks she's strong because she'll stand up and just smack you if you disrespect her.
Yeah.
ICU Brat, thank you so much. Come on, guys. Hit that like button for our faves. Are we your faves?
Are we? I mean, I'd be super flattered if that's the case.
That'd be awesome. Hit the like button either way, even if you hate us. Hit it.
Yeah, please.
Hit it. I dare you. All right, Jessica, thank you both. We're going to get back to it here in a second, folks, but I have 40 of these piled up.
We'll get them. We'll get most of them at the end.
Jessica, thanks to both of you for going through this grueling testimony. Thank you, Jessica.
Thanks
Deborah Hughes, again, watched this a year ago, but love your commentary. Yeah, like Jack said, most of this popped out a year ago through my videos and other places. Rhythm and Blues, you're the OG of this thing. Thanks so much. Yeah, we've been at it for a while. We are, we have been at this for a long time.
We have.
Tan, thank you for this. Hey guys, got here later, was waiting for you to begin. My phone rang. Damn.
That's okay.
That's okay. You're here. And this is gonna go up and you can watch it anytime. But thanks for joining us. Mary, thank you for the super sticker. Almost a psychologist. Thanks for coming back. You'll get there one day. Almost.
Someday.
Almost. One day. Full-fledged. Thanks for the super sticker. Mo, she can't stand not being the center of attention. Agreed. That's why I think the best thing for her is
to stop talking.
A life of irrelevance.
Yeah.
Like a full long life of irrelevance.
Yeah.
Would be the best punishment. Indy H 818, thanks for coming back. Thank you for the generosity. Thank you for all the time and effort you've put into inform us, even in small doses. Her lies, disrespectful eating, and constant smirking are a lot to take. Yes, they are.
Yes.
Jessica Phelps, thank you for the super sticker. Katara, thank you so much. She's such a bad liar, and it's great to see this and remembering what she said at the trial, mentioning Moss. Exactly. Yeah. She tried to speak for Kate Moss.
Which
And
didn't
Kate-
come up in this deposition either. She
Which-
didn't have that one ready yet.
Nah, she didn't have that one in the chamber. And then Kate
Yep.
Moss just walked in like a boss and was like,
Man, did you
"That
see what she said in that interview? Somebody posted it yesterday that they were like, "Oh, why, why did you do it or whatever?" She was like, it felt good. It had to be done. I did what had to be done."
That's
Like,
amazing.
fucking boss.
Yes. I did what was right.
Yeah,
That's
and she
why.
said it had to be done.
Yes.
Yeah,
Kate Moss, freaking nobody.
I love her.
Amber was
She's
like
fantastic.
randoms, like Kate Moss. She's
Random
more
my
than she'll
ass.
ever be.
Ever.
There are still people that go, Amber who? Teresa
I know.
Bierman. Johnny, I wouldn't say that. Amber, pout face. It really got me. I wouldn't say that. Yeah,
Oh, it was when they said, "Aren't you so much bigger than her?" And he was like, "I wouldn't say that." And her face
I wouldn't
was
say
like,
that. Yeah. Jessica, again, thank you so much for these super stickers, Jessica. Kimmy Davis, hey y'all, thank you for doing this. Have a cocktail also. Johnny Depp
I
is
will.
not much bigger than Amber. She keeps saying so much bigger. Well, she has to. She has to say that.
No, I mean, you like we said it the last time. You and I are about the same height, and we were
Mhm.
quite close to him at times in the courtroom, and he's about the same height as us, which is like 5'9".
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Lindsay Hinson. I just read Jennifer Howe's declaration. It's a good one. The
Yeah.
other day, I wish more could have been asked about her statement during the testimony. I'm assuming it was because it's hearsay. Thanks for all you both do. Yeah, more was asked, but they only showed what they were allowed to show beyond everything. But Jennifer Howe had a lot to say, and I thought it was very powerful what she had to say and what you at
She's
least
a
got to hear.
rock.
Yeah, she is 100% just similar to the Kate Moss thing, doing
Yes.
it because it's right.
Yeah.
It is the right thing to do. Rachel, thank you so much, Rachel. So thankful for the time and brain space you and Jax have put into this. As a survivor, I have found strength and hope because of these videos. Thank you both. Rachel, that's awesome. Those are
That
always
is-
my favorite comments, that you can find
Yeah.
some sort of strength, that you can find some sort of peace and move on to some degree with your life.
Totally.
And be happier and healthier.
means a
for
lot.
it. Yeah, it does mean a lot. Kessel super sticker, thank you so much. Leanna, Blair getting spicy. Go on, girl. Yeah, Blair
is super spicy.
Blair's getting under his skin. And it's fun to watch. Lisa, it's like the square brick of a dog,
Yes.
teacup Yorkie. Exactly. Johnny is gigantic. He's 300
Everything
pounds.
is just blown out of massive proportion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. MH, thank you so much. Hi, Brian and Jax. Hope you're both well. We are. Thank you. I'm a female survivor of SA/DV. I'm very sorry about that. I'm disgusted and astonished that people blindly follow her, and it is blindly. And
Yes.
mainstream media biased narrative. The gaslighting manipulation is triggering.
It is.
Yes, it very much is. I'm sorry for what you went through, and I'm sorry you have to watch this and see what you recognize clearly as an abuser be protected by the powers that be, and that's what's hard to watch. Teresa, there are 3 drastically different stories about the staircase. Whitney's was so damaging.
Yes, it was.
Agreed. Sydney, thank you so much. Wait a minute. Welcome back. She defends her abusive behavior towards Johnny. It's like it's okay to abuse a man. I can't believe people still believe her lies. Still, yeah, she thinks it's okay to abuse anyone.
Anyone.
For the record, she abused Tanja. She abused Whitney. She abused
of literally the rest of the planet.
Yeah.
Everyone, anyone,
Sydney.
and everyone could be her punching bag.
And rightfully, and she believes that that's
It's
her
her right
right.
to do
That's
that.
her
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
Sydney, tuning in a bit late, but had to catch the last live. Brian, I found your videos in 2020, and they completely changed my perspective on this trial. Your work has made a true impact. Bravo, both of you. Thank you so much, Sydney, for that.
Much appreciated.
Very much appreciated. Jessica, again, thank you for the super stickers, Jessica. You've had several of them. Thank you. Amanda, thank you for the super sticker. Joyce Roberts, you guys are both incredibly above average. Thanks for all you've done. Thank you, Joyce, so much.
Appreciate
Lady Shira.
Shira?
Thank you. Yeah, Shira is how I'm going to say it. Love you both. So glad I caught you live. So glad you could catch us live. I've also been listening to the Road to Fairfax podcast episodes, and they're fantastic. They are fantastic. The Road
Thank
to
you.
Fairfax
Appreciate it.
podcast by Jackson, the Real Laura B.
Yep.
And they cover everything from the London trial and leading up to Virginia. And it's extensive. And if you want to go check that out, please do so. It's wonderful. R-Dub, thank you. Her lawyer seems kind of whiny. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Also, every time I hear her describe a DV incident, I hear Scott from the behavioral panel say she just described a scene from Die Hard.
100%.
Yeah, the glass shards and the feet. Sass. Amber's lawyer is a human form of crumbs in the bed. God, yeah, it's like,
Oh, that's so perfect.
yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Wait in the bed.
God, we've all right. That's a long enough break. That's a lot of commentary. Let's get back to it, folks.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Against your spouse.
I'm going to object.
I'll move on, Miss.
No, I want you to answer. Can you please read back the
Hurd.
question?
Ms. Hurd.
Please read back the question.
Isn't it
Withdraw the question.
Fine, withdraw the question and we'll move on.
Isn't it true that you've been previously arrested for committing domestic violence against your spouse?
I'm going to object. Irrelevant, harassing, has nothing to do with this proceeding. It's argumentative. Go ahead and explain how you want to.
There was no domestic violence within that relationship, and the state of Washington, where I was arrested, immediately dropped the charges because they knew the exact same thing that I just told you, that no domestic violence ever occurred. And my ex has stated such. In fact, it was so ridiculous, those charges. It was a verbal argument, it was misinterpreted, misrepresented, and completely overreacted upon by two individuals in a power position. And as soon as they found out that we were partners, which we were not going to be arrested for before, as soon as they found out we were partners, the male cop, not this other woman who's later been brought into the press, this male cop put me in handcuffs, and that's there was no physical violence, no physical abuse, and zero domestic violence whatsoever between us. It was a trumped up charge, and it was dropped immediately for being such.
Wrong. I'm not even turning my camera on. Wrong. It was dropped because they lived out of state and they didn't want to waste tax dollars, basically. The judge even said, if you get in trouble for the next couple of years, even with anything with domestic violence, we will press the charges. Anyway, back to it.
Isn't it a fact?
Physical violence, no physical abuse, and zero domestic violence whatsoever between us. It was a trumped up charge, and it was dropped immediately for being such.
Isn't it a fact, Ms. Hurd, that in fact on September 24th, 2009, you were arrested for domestic violence committed against Tasha Van Ray?
Asked and answered. Isn't that what you just talked about?
Did I miss something?
Isn't it a fact, Ms. Hurd, that on September 14th, you were in fact taken to jail? It wasn't dropped immediately.
Same objections, Vegas to
Same objections.
Isn't it a fact, Ms. Hurd, that you spent the night in jail from September 14th to September 15th, 2009, as a result of your arrest for domestic violence?
Same objections. It's irrelevant.
Is that true?
352. She's already answered what happened. It's
Is that
vague.
true?
It's argumentative.
already
It's harassing. You just want to, get your harassment in. Go ahead.
Let the record reflect Mr.
I just
Harder's
answered.
directing her not to answer. Did you
I
spend the night in
answered
jail?
you.
I never said don't answer. I never said that.
Reporter is about to.
That's not my fault.
Yes, it is.
Because she keeps cutting me off every time I say something.
There's no need to yell, Mr. Harder.
Well, I have to be heard. Everyone's talking over me. You've got a whole wall of lawyers over there who are
Ms.
talking over me.
May I continue?
Except for Hans.
Can I say something?
Ms. Hurd, Ms. Hurd, isn't it a fact that Tasha Van Ray on September 14th, 2009 claimed to the police that you had hit her arm?
Same objections.
No?
I don't know anything about this.
Answer give a full answer, please.
I don't know anything about the claim that you just made about what Tasha said or did not say. I can't possibly know that. I know nothing about what you just said.
Isn't it a fact that on September 14th, you hit Tasha Van Ray in her arm?
No.
Isn't it a fact on September 14th, you broke the necklace off of Tasha Van Ray's a neck.
352,
A
it's
necklace.
irrelevant to these proceedings. Argumentative harassing.
Isn't it a fact that Tasha Van Ray reported to the police that you had hit her arm?
352, irrelevant, vague, argumentative, and harassing.
And speculation.
Isn't it a fact, Ms.
It's
Heard,
heard still.
that you know very well that your spouse, that your domestic partner, Tasha Van Ray, requested that you be arrested for domestic violence?
Calls, you need to please let me get my objections in, okay? Please.
Okay, at this time, we would like to take a break for 10 minutes.
No, I want to get my objections in. Well, fine. She said no, so
May we go off the record?
Hans, you got
we're not going off the record. We're not going off the
We're
record.
taking a brief break.
We're not taking a brief
Really, we
break.
got to take a break every single time you wanted to.
Because you made her cry, so we're not taking a break.
We
We're
can
going to
take
keep
3
running.
minutes.
We're not.
They can take a break. but
You
we're not
you guys
going
take a
off the
break. You got 10 minutes, and we're walking out in 10 minutes.
Off the record?
We're not
record.
off the
Not
record.
please. We have to agree
It's
to
okay.
that.
It's okay. We're gonna file a motion. We're gonna have much more time.
Great, more emotions.
This one we're gonna win too.
Yeah, I can't wait for you guys to win one.
Me too.
I must tell you, I
You're on
have
the
You're on the record, Blair.
Say whatever you want.
You're on the record.
Don't do Blair.
He has a lot of great ties. He's a good guy. You got good ties. Oh gosh, is she okay? That happened to Blair last
There are more microphones than the ones in your hand.
Thank you.
One of me. No,
Anyone wants to talk?
no, he walked into a glass wall, so it was just a little, we had a moment.
still on the record, Ms. Heard. Were you here in these offices last weekend, Saturday, August 6th?
Ms. Heard, microphone.
Sorry.
Let the record reflect Ms. Heard is chewing and placing her microphone back on her body.
Well, you walked out of the room, so she took a bite of food. Is that a crime?
You okay?
I'm going to get there, Pierce,
I think
as soon as you want.
Everybody just settle down.
Shall I repeat the question, Ms. Heard?
Please.
Were you here in these offices last weekend, Saturday, August 6th?
Was that last time? Yes, I was.
What time did you arrive?
I don't remember exactly what time I arrived.
Do you remember approximately what time you arrived?
Do you mean to the location, or do you mean to this office, like upstairs?
Into these offices.
I don't know. I don't know what time it was. It was.
Bless you.
It was. I spent a long time trying to get into this building. I had to drive around. I saw paparazzi. We looked for an entrance. Garage entrance. Couldn't find the garage entrance. Thank you. So I don't know how long that all took.
Can you approximate what time you came to these offices on Saturday morning, inside these offices?
I don't know how long it took me to get from downstairs up here. There were so many photographers. We tried so many different ways to get in.
What time did you arrive downstairs?
At the time that my lawyers told me to arrive.
Which was what
Oh,
time?
wait,
Well,
don't talk about
Yeah.
what your lawyers tell you.
Right.
If you recall the time, tell her the time.
I believe it was. I don't remember. I'm sorry, I'm jet lagged. I don't remember. It was
Was it the morning or the afternoon?
the morning.
And was it the late morning or the early morning?
It's vague. What's early, what's late? 2 a.m.
Okay, I'll move on. Were you here to have your deposition taken?
Yes, I will.
And did you have your deposition taken on August 6th?
Last Saturday?
Yes.
No.
At any time during your visit here to these offices on August 6th to have your deposition taken, did you ever enter this conference room at any time?
No.
Where were you in these offices during the time you were here on August 6th?
In a conference room.
Okay. And what time did you leave these offices on August 6th?
It was very late.
Who was seated with you while you were in these offices on August 6th?
Objection, that's vague.
At
My
the time.
lawyer.
She was seating with.
At any time when you were in these offices?
It's the
Pardon me?
objection.
Was Joe Jackson with you when you were in these offices on August 6th?
Who's Joe Jackson?
Did you have any security personnel with you
yeah.
while you were in these offices on August 6th?
I don't know.
Objection,
Vague as to what you mean by Joe with her. Joe was sitting in the lobby.
Did you bring someone named Joe Jackson as a security person to these offices on August 6th?
No, I did not bring in.
Was someone named Joe Jackson, who was a security person, with you when you came to these offices on August 6th?
Big as to security. Charles, I can work too.
Was somebody named Joe Jackson with you when you came into these offices on August 6th?
Objection, vague.
Someone named Joe helped me get from downstairs to the elevators.
Did that person named Joe stay in these offices while you were here?
I have no
To your
idea
knowledge?
where he was.
Did you ever see him during any part of the day you were at these offices?
I saw him in the lobby once or twice.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah.
And that was the lobby outside of the conference room
I don't
where
know.
you were sitting?
I don't know. Oh yeah, exactly, the lobby. So,
Okay.
I don't know of another lobby. I don't
Okay.
know the office layout. so
And that's the reception area of these offices?
that's what I'm referring to is the
Okay.
lobby more or less.
Okay. And what time did you leave on August 6th?
It was in the evening. It was very late.
Okay. When you came here on August 6th and arrived in the morning and left in the evening very late, did you bring your cell phone that day?
I believe I did.
You brought your cell phone with you that day? Okay. Did you bring any other computer devices with you that day?
I did not bring my computer. I can't remember if I brought my computer.
Okay.
I
Did you
don't-
bring
I don't think so.
Did you bring any other digital devices with you that day on August 6th when you were here for your deposition?
No. Just my phone, I think.
Did you make any telephone calls on that phone on August 6th while you were in these offices?
Yes.
Did you, to whom did you make those calls?
I'm going to object. If it has nothing to do with this case, then she shouldn't answer it.
Are you answering my question?
Yes, you don't have to answer.
No. It's privacy. Privacy.
Privacy, irrelevance.
It's harassing.
Ms. Hurd, did you cry at any time you were present in these offices last Saturday, August 6, 2016?
Don't
Objection.
answer. It's harassing. Don't answer. It has nothing to do with any of
You don't have
this.
to answer.
Yeah.
How is this going
Ms.
to
Hurd,
prove or
were you-
disprove anything?
Ms.
to
Hurd,
the-
were you ever asked to enter this conference room to commence your deposition on August 6?
Yeah.
No, I don't know that
Hey.
she knows.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Were you ever asked to enter the conference room here to start your deposition on August 6 at any time?
No.
Were you ever asked by Ms. Laura Wasser at approximately 2 p.m. to come into the conference room to start your deposition?
No, I was not asked.
Were you ever asked by Ms. Wasser at approximately 5:30 p.m. to start your deposition and come into the conference room?
No, she never asked me to come into any conference room.
Ms. Hurd, where were you yesterday at 10 a.m.?
Argumentative, harassing, irrelevant.
privacy.
Were you in the United States of America yesterday at 10 a.m.?
Objection, harassing.
Irrelevant.
Doesn't have to answer.
I'm going to take their advice.
Are you not going to answer my
I'm
question?
taking my counsel's advice.
Were you aware yesterday at 10 a.m. that there was a court order for you to attend your deposition in these offices at 10 a.m. On August 12th?
It's
Objection.
privilege.
Yeah,
If you learn
objection.
from lawyers, it's privilege. Don't answer.
States facts.
You guys,
No.
please cut it out.
Notwithstanding any confidential information relayed to you by your counsel, were you aware there was a court order for you to attend your deposition yesterday, August 12th, 2016, at these offices?
There
If you
wasn't
learn
at
that-
9:40, there
Hang
wasn't.
on.
Can you say that again?
What?
It's important for the record.
As of 9:40,
Is there-
there wasn't, Blair. We were in court, nobody else here was. The court made an order before
Is
10
there-
o'clock.
Is
If
there,
you learned of anything from counsel, then you can't answer it because it would be privileged. It's also irrelevant as harassment.
is there any reason you were not present for the start of your deposition yesterday, August 12th, 2016, in these offices?
Objection,
Harassing.
attorney-client privilege.
Privilege, harassing,
There was
don't
a
answer.
court order.
Your attorney filed a document in court yesterday stating that, quote, an emergency has arisen which requires ex parte relief, end quote. Would you like to see a copy of this document?
I would.
Yeah, I would.
Do you, before I show you the copy of the document, do you
Your
know
36
what,
minutes is up.
what any emergency, was there any emergency yesterday that you had?
Objection,
conclusion.
harassing.
Harassing.
Did you
We're
have-
out of
That was
time.
conclusion.
We're out of
Did you
time.
have any emergency, Ms. Hurd?
Yeah, we're out of time.
We're out of time. Deposition's over.
Thank you.
All right, that'll do it, folks.
Thank you.
I'm not adjourning this deposition yet.
Well,
Seven
we
hours.
are, because you ran out of, your 7 hours is over. It's now 6:55 PM. She was here at 10 o'clock or 10:07
We still have time remaining for the
10:07 a.m.
deposition.
Not according to your
and
videographer. He told me
We have not concluded these proceedings or adjourned these
your
proceedings.
videographer, Mr. Videographer, I'm sorry, I don't know your name. You told me 36 minutes and I put the timer on. Are we out of time now, sir?
We're out of time, sir.
We're out of time.
We're at 7 hours.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the law.
thank you.
That's the law.
I would like to make a record that the 7 hours to which Mr. Harder refers to has included repeated speaking objections and other proper objections throughout the day, obstructing these proceedings moving forward. Mr. Harder has continued in his efforts to obstruct these proceedings by making non-law objections and directing his client not to answer questions in these proceedings. Should we do this?
And I'm just going to respond that all of that's incorrect. I was making appropriate objections based upon the inappropriate questioning and commentary that was coming from Ms. Burke. I had to make very brief statements, so, it was all entirely appropriate, and if you make a motion, we're going to seek sanctions against you because it would be improper. The witness has been here for 7 hours. Your videographer just confirmed it's been 7 hours. We've been very patient. It's 6:55 that we ended. She was here at just a few minutes after 10 a.m. We took short breaks. It's been a full day. We've fully complied with the code, and you'd be wasting the court's time, our time, a lot of resources if you were to bring a motion otherwise.
Mr. Harder, would you like to say anything else for the record?
No, thank you.
Thank you, Pierce. Good seeing you. I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue by saying that I offer the following stipulation: that the court reporter be relieved of responsibility with respect to the original transcript, and that the original be transcribed and signed by the deponent under penalty of perjury. The original will be sent to counsel for the deponent and read, corrected, and signed within 30 days of receipt by counsel. If not notified of changes in writing within that time frame, the original shall be deemed signed and correct. The notice of corrections you can fax. Let the record reflect Ms. Hurd is no longer in the room
She's left the building.
and left apparently the deposition so that she's not receiving this information from counsel.
She doesn't need to. I'll tell her. If you want to do a stipulation, let's do a stipulation. I could tell her what it is. She doesn't need to be here for this.
Attorney-client privilege.
Are you waiving the attorney-client
Of
privilege?
course not. I can make a stipulation on behalf of my client as to how the transcript gets treated. Why are you guys laughing? You're like a couple of,
Say it. Go ahead.
Please.
Say it, Charles. I dare you.
jovial people who don't take things seriously. You've been laughing all day. It's been distracting. I've done more stipulations for transcripts than probably anybody in this room. So, are you proposing a transcript? I mean, you argue over every tiny little thing. What's your stipulation? Did you say all the terms or not?
Are you indicating, Mr. Harder, that you intend to convey the information I am giving to your client?
I can convey whatever I want to my client. If we enter into a stipulation, I can enter into one on her behalf, and I could let her know what the stipulation is.
Are you indicating you are willing to do that?
I am willing to do that when I hear the terms of the stipulation.
Continuing where I left off,
Would you mind repeating it, because I didn't catch half of it? More laughter.
sure, Mr. Harder. I offer the following stipulation, that the court reporter be relieved of responsibility with respect to the original transcript, and that the original be transcribed and signed by the deponent under penalty of perjury. The original will be sent to counsel for the deponent to read, correct, and sign within 30 days of receipt by counsel. If not notified of any changes in writing within that time frame, the original shall be deemed signed and correct. The notice of corrections can be faxed to us if your client chooses. The original transcript shall be maintained by counsel for the deponent and shall be made available at the time of hearing without notice. If not available, then a certified copy of the same can be corrected. Or if the original shall be otherwise lost, mutilated, altered, or destroyed, a certified copy of the same, as corrected, may be used in place and instead of the original and used for all purposes for which the original could have been used. This session is suspended.
I do not agree to the suspension. No, absolutely not.
I would suggest one other thing. If we are having a hearing on Wednesday, is your client willing to review the transcript and make changes before then?
I don't think so. I mean, you propose 30 days, and you're proposing a day.
I'm just stating the obvious. We have a hearing on Wednesday, and it would seem appropriate that if your client is planning to testify on Wednesday, then she should review the transcript beforehand and make any changes.
All right, look, I'm willing to go along with everything except the suspension and to add email as well as fax, and I'll agree to that, but I'm not agreeing to that.
Mr. Harder, are you aware that the hearing in this DVR
Yes, I know
proceeding
that.
is
Yeah.
set for this Wednesday?
I am.
Yes. Are you saying you are unwilling to have your client read and review the transcript prior to that hearing?
Well, how much time? It's going to be 7 hours of testimony, which is a huge booklet and a whole lot of documents. And the court reporter, I don't know when she's going to get this turned around, because today's a Saturday. I don't know if you're planning on having her work all day today and all day tomorrow on this. When are we going to get that? And I'm not sure what my client's schedule is. So it's a lot of work to have happen in a short period of time.
Well, I would say this.
I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just trying to be practical.
I would say this, which is I heard your co-counsel say that he wanted to get a copy of the transcript tomorrow, assuming that's even humanly possible given the extremely, extremely difficult record that this court reporter had to deal with today. Assuming that's proper, and given the really, really serious nature of this proceeding and the serious nature of the allegations that your client has made, I would expect that she would take the time and whatever her busy schedule might be to review the transcript. And quite frankly, the transcript is not going to be as long as you suggest in terms of testimony, given all of the colloquy, the long objections, the commentary between both sides, frankly. In terms of actual testimony, there's going to be pretty limited.
Most of the text
I'm
was
not saying-
Amber
hey,
speaking.
hey,
Most of the
hey.
text was Amber speaking. I know, you're going on and on and on. That's what's eating all this up is your long speech.
Eating what up?
I'm not going to agree to a turnaround that my client reads it all in a day. I'm not going to
That's
agree to
fine.
that.
It's yes or no, and you just said no. So
I would like to get a copy of the final as soon as you could have it, and if you could do it in 24 hours, that'd be amazing. And I'd like a copy of the video as fast as possible too, 24 hours or whatever you can turn.
So it can be leaked to TMZ?
If that's what you're going to do, then go for it.
No, that's your client.
That's what you guys do.
Really?
All right, I guess we're not going to stipulate. If you want to stipulate to the 30 days and the other stuff that you were proposing, that's fine. But your co-counsel is like trying to change your stipulation. So
No, she is not.
you said 30 days and she said 1 day or 2 days. So I'll go with the 30, but I'm not going to go with the 1 or 2.
We have a hearing this Wednesday, the 17th?
17.
The 17th, which is the hearing
I understand.
for these proceedings.
I understand. Okay. Have a good night, everybody.
Are we done?
Yes.
We're done. Thank
This
you.
concludes today's video deposition of Amber Depp. The total number of media used was 4. The time is approximately 7:04 p.m. and we're off the record.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! That was it, ladies and gents. Thanks for sticking it out
Horrendous.
with us.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging in there. That was tough.
God, I forgot about that ending. Fuck.
Yeah, the ending is like 10 minutes of bickering, and he was wasting all the time. Like, he was the one wasting all the
He
time.
wasted the whole thing.
And that's what they said. They're like, well, when it comes down to testimony, she's not going to have to review a lot. She didn't say a lot.
No. And that whole thing that they were asking her if she was in the building the weekend before is the very well-known incident of her refusing to do the deposition and sitting in a conference room wailing and screaming and being impossible.
I am so glad you brought that up.
You got the article?
You know I have the article.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah, you can. All right. Excellent. Here we go. Published August 9th, 2016. So after the weekend. Published by People. Legit publication, folks. Amber Heard cried, screamed, and refused to be deposed, says Johnny Depp's lawyer. She appeared manic. We go down here to the brief little article. I read you this section. Amber broke down in tears. That's why they asked Amber, did you cry? Which is probably more crying than she did this entire deposition. She didn't cry during this deposition. She cried not wanting to do the deposition.
Yep.
Broke down in tears at her scheduled deposition hearing and refused to testify under oath on Saturday, according to Johnny Depp's attorney. Legal docs filed by Depp's attorney Laura Wasser and obtained by People claim that Heard arrived for her 10 a.m. hearing at 11:50 a.m., but never walked into the deposition room. The docs allege that Heard refused to leave an office adjacent to the deposition room, and that despite multiple attempts throughout the day, Depp's team was unable to take her deposition. Because the, quote, offices are made of transparent glass, end quote, Wasser claims she could quite clearly observe, and I quote, Amber hysterically crying and pacing in her separate conference room, or screaming and yelling at times and laughing at others. Wasser adds that she appeared manic and irrational, and that she observed Amber's counsel trying to reason with her throughout the day.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. Is anyone surprised?
Nope.
Anyone? Nobody? Show of hands?
Nobody.
Nobody knows the trouble.
Horrors they've seen.
Oh my God.
We did it.
Okay, we did it. Yay.
Fuck. The end.
And we're back up. And the end. So we're going to go through some super chats. We're going to have some brief discussion afterwards. Anyone who wants to hang out can hang out for a little bit. We're still kind of shy. We're at 1 hour and 38, which is well shy of what we normally do. So we can hang out for a bit before we get back to whatever your Sunday is going to be.
I just ordered my pizza.
Oh, that sounds good. All right, folks. I want to say just real quick before everyone starts bouncing, and if you got to go, you got to go, and understand that. I want to say just a heartfelt thank you to everyone who has joined us on this journey. Whenever you joined, whether you joined in 2016 when this started, whether you joined in 2018 when my channel started, whether you joined in 2020 with the UK trial, whether you joined with the Virginia trial, or whether you just found out about it. I want to say thank you for everyone who has subscribed to the channel, who has sought out information wherever you sought it out, whether it was this channel, another channel, some sort of news that was willing to cover it, which wasn't much, or any way that you did it. We appreciate you hanging out with us. This isn't the end of the road, it's the end of a road.
Yes.
So I just want to say that I really do appreciate everyone who's joined us on this journey, who has made it somewhat more reasonable and comforting along the way. You people have no idea what it means to me in terms of being able to share in your experiences and our experiences together, and the relationships we've crafted and strengthened along the way. I really do appreciate it. Jax, that goes a special thank you to you for being such a dear friend through all this. And I know this isn't the end for us. We'll actually like we'll end up talking after this off air, but like whatever, like you understand, whatever, you know, your friendship,
whatever, bro,
that. Whatever, bye. Man. Let's not let's not get too heavy. Hey,
yeah.
All right. But you know how we feel about you. So
yeah. No, I mean, I echo all of that, and definitely, you know, thanks to everybody who caught on and joined. At whatever point, as you said, that they did. It was very difficult to get to this point, particularly in the beginning when we very first started dissecting these incidents and her claims and looking back at photos and trying to piece things together and realizing that the initial realization of going, oh, this doesn't make sense, this doesn't add up, and people really didn't want to hear that at the time. It was, well, she said, well, you know, what she said doesn't align with what the facts of the matter are. It was very difficult to get traction. I will go ahead and say thank fuck that those first audios got out.
Yeah.
Because that was everything. That was everything.
That was it. That was a turning
and
point.
That was a long time after a lot of us already knew what was going on.
Yeah, it was. I never could have imagined something like that existed.
Nope. It was like 4 years later.
Yeah, it was. It was like 4 years later, and they existed. And I'm so glad they did, because the truth is there if you want to see it.
Yep.
And if you refuse to, then I can't help you.
Yeah.
All right, let's go through some stuff. Let's have a little chat. Let's converse. Let's commune if we can. Still got quite a few people in here, and we'll roll through some stuff, answer some questions, and just have a good time hanging out with you folks.
Yeah.
Jessica Phelps, thank you so much. Jax, your hair looks fabulous. don't worry about it. Jax agrees apparently with that outburst of laughter. Don't worry about it. She ain't worried about that. I will say this: Jax doesn't worry about much of anything.
No.
Knowing her the way that I do now, I can tell you that Jax don't give up.
No.
Don't worry about it. Said in an East Coast accent. Don't worry about it. I love your dope glasses too.
Oh, thanks.
Y'all are angels for all you do. Yeah, I like the two-tone transition there.
Yeah.
I captured that in the little in the drawing I did.
Yeah, you did.
Linda, thank you for the super sticker, Linda. Romanova. I did say it right. So happy finally caught alive. You two are amazing. Thank you so much. Also, Jax, that no, they didn't was the best thing ever. Literally could not stop laughing. Really couldn't.
Oh my god, I love it.
Oh, I'm so glad y'all can finally catch these lives. You can always go back. We'll have some more. I know we're gonna have some more between the two channels. We'll be talking about anything and everything that we feel like we wanna. And you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to join us for any of it.
For sure. I also want to give like a really big shout out to someone who has become at this point in time sort of an unsung hero and should be actually the grand champion of everything that happened, because it is my opinion that this gentleman saved
Mhm.
Johnny's life, and that
Agreed.
would be to Adam Waldman.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If I can just kind of expand on that a little bit, I feel like he came along and just saw things in a way that no other person was willing to see them, and he was relentless in his ability and his approach and his tenacity when it came to gathering the information, talking to people, and allowing these witnesses to feel comfortable enough to come forward and say what they said and to tell the truth. And I do believe that more than anyone, that man has had more to do
Yes.
with the truth getting out than any one single person in this entire matter. So yeah, praise be.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley, thank you so much for that. Rini Beanie Bobini, Banana Fana Fofini, you can't help but do it. Thanks. Have watched you for 2 years of JD and AH Truth.
Nice.
Thank you so much. Robin, love your commentary. Thank you for everything. Much love from Wells. Sending love to Wells as well.
Same, yes.
Kelly Pelican. Also, my husky puppy's name is Jax. That's awesome.
Nice. Love that.
Want to see the puppy? I want to see the puppy.
So
He's
whenever in the picture, I think.
Is that it? Oh, it is. It is.
It's
got a shirt on. Oh, the baby. So whenever y'all say Jax, he looks up confused, like, who said my name? I don't see anyone. Jackson Rules.
Yes.
That's awesome. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, someone was asking about Layla, so I did this while I was waiting. I want to just show everyone.
Do it.
Let me see if I can pull this up. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. This is. Let me see if I can do it. And yeah. Oh, here she is.
Hey, the baby.
Look at her. Look at her. Oh, man. That's Layla. So Layla's the one that had the surgery for the mass on her neck. She is 14 years old. I've had her since she was maybe 5 weeks old. And I actually don't have it on right now. I'm trying to find, if anyone knows a good resin, I'm just shopping this out to everyone now. If anyone knows of a good, clear resin that's not going to dry yellow or discolor fabric, I have, and you've probably seen me wearing it on other lives. I've pointed it out that I still wear Layla's first collar that fit her as a bracelet. And I would really like, as she gets on it up in years, I know I don't have her for much longer comparatively to how long I've had her. And I would like to preserve that so I can wear it until the day I die. And so if anyone knows of a good fabric resin that could preserve that,
you should ask either Christina or Bling. Do you know who Bling is?
Yes, I know who Bling is. Of course I know. Bling's been at this for a long time.
Yes, she has.
Yeah.
So yeah, ask Bling. Actually, she does a lot of work with fabric and stuff.
Awesome. I'm gonna reach out to her for that then. Michelle Snell. I'd respect any of them more if they just came out and said, "Hey, I lied. I'm sorry. Just admit it." That would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. Be like, look, I got dragged down in this. I saw money. I saw penthouses. I felt sorry for her. I got conned. I got fooled. I lied. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'd be like, totally freaking get it. Rachel, I only have middle fingers for her doormat comment. The doormat comment being abuse victims are doormats.
Totally ridiculous.
Lena, thank you very much, Lena. She was really scary leaning forward and raging. She was. When they started asking her about Taja, she was just very heated and just leaned forward and just death stares.
Yep.
Taja, by the way, has never publicly said Amber didn't abuse her. So Amber's lying there. She's speaking for Taja again. Oh, Bionic, thank you so much. Cabrera. Question, is the victim narrative a new career development tactic, or have we seen this behavior in the past? It's new as of 2016. Now, I will say this. If you watch any of her old interviews, she does do this I don't fit the mold of just your hot Hollywood starlet. I'm a strong woman who's like
Well, she
breaking
thinks
down
she's Wonder Woman.
all the barriers and everything like that. Like I've had to endure everything in my life and still wound up where I wound up. Did it all on my own.
Well, it's that whole thing, that whole story that I put on the podcast channel about that she was kidnapped at
Yeah.
knife point and all this shit. Made it back
Yeah.
to the bar in time for drinks. I
Yeah,
mean,
go check that out. Go
God.
check that out on Movie Myths and Monsters, which is Jack's channel. I always put when these upload, I always put Jack's channel link in the description. If you want to go check that out, go subscribe. She just hit 12K. We'll get her to 100 by the end of the year. And then she did a video on that where Amber talks about being kidnapped, and she basically just at knife point and doesn't remember how she got away, but she got away. Got back to the bar for drinks.
Yep.
Lisa, thank you for everything. Can you clarify the date of the cupboard smashing and what JD was talking about when he said, did something happen to you today? I can, and I will. That would have been around February of 2016. And that would be when he found out that people he trusted for years with his money and managing his money was stealing it, and by the millions. So that was when he found that out. It had nothing to do with Amber. She tries very hard to get him to aim any of that anger at her, and he tells her this has nothing to do with you. Did something happen to you while and she's trying to pretend it has anything to do with her. It does not.
Yep.
Susie, thank you so much, Susie. Brian, if I had a laborious creative request, it would be each critical question with every deposition / court response spliced together to show the historical contradictions by the individuals and the group. That is would be quite laborious
indeed.
Yes, indeed. We'll put a pin in it. Objection trickery.
Oh my God, yes.
God. Thank you for being voices to us survivors.
You're super welcome.
You're super welcome. Yeah, that's I'm honored to be honest, and and I will continue to be that as long as it is needed.
Yep.
Yvonne, thank you so much for that, Yvonne. Gina, thank you for this, Gina. Watching from Birmingham, UK with my cousins. We want to thank you both so much. Thank you, Gina. Thank you to her cousins. And thank you to everyone over in Birmingham. Rhythm and Blues. Let the record reflect Miss Hurd is chewing.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she was chewing. Well, they were like taking the mic off and everything, and she wasn't
listening.
Yeah,
she was done. It was like when she got off the stand and she just bolted right out of the courtroom.
The videographer, you can hear, he tells her, like, she's just trying to ignore the question. He's like, Miss Hurd, you want to put the thing back on? She goes, oh, yeah, right. Like, we're not off the record. Chloe, thank you for the super sticker. Just because I'm half expecting Vegas to a person. I believe this popped up around the Joe Jackson. The Joe Johnson. Was it Joe Johnson? Joe Jackson.
Jackson.
Joe Jackson, who was security, who escorted Amber Heard in and out of there.
My assumption is that he's the gentleman that's in that famous elevator photo of her on that day where she's got her back turned to the doors. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was half expecting that as well. I think they kind of did say Vegas to person with him.
So it was something odd.
Yeah.
Dude is
Beautiful Miss at Incredibly Average. Do you know why the first deposition didn't happen? I know why Amber dodged depositions this entire time. At the end of this, the argument is she's supposed to have 30 days to review the deposition and sign off and make corrections, everything like that. The problem is we are just a few days away from the actual hearing for her to try to get the DVRO, which she was sitting on a temporary restraining order at this time. She only has a few days because she dodged depositions several times. She had the one where she said, I'm going to London for a fitting for Justice League for the Mira character.
Yeah, and then she was caught driving around West Hollywood.
She was spotted in West Hollywood, so she lied about that. She said she was going to an engagement party on the East Coast, like in Jersey or something. And she just dodged deposition, kept dodging it. Raquel set for hers in the middle of June, just like 2 weeks after all this shit hit the fan. Like Raquel set for hers, but Amber couldn't be bothered. So now she threw her fit the week prior, refusing to even come out of the room until they finally said, well, the office is closed. And she's like, oh, thank God. And then she finally sits for it. So it's her own fault. She only had a few days to comb over this.
And it's only a few nights after this that she releases the cabinet video. It's like 3 nights. I think it was on the 16th.
Right. And then dropped everything.
And then everything was dropped.
Then everything went away. She knew she wasn't going forward with it. And then
Well,
she
I
dropped
think it's the
everything.
other way around. I think they came to the settlement and then she said, fuck you, and dropped the video that night.
Right. Yeah, knowing that she was about to not be able to talk
was
about it
walking
ever
away.
again. She was
Yeah,
walking
yeah,
away and then she dropped it. Correct.
Yeah.
Rhythm and Blues. Thanks again, Amber Heard. Choose loudly. Ben Chu takes the case. Coincidence? I think not. Teresa,
think not.
what is so infuriating is that continues to bold-faced lie.
Yeah.
That she continues to bold-faced lie, even when the evidence is out right in front of her face, truly psychotic or delusional, yet she says everything else is delusional. Johnny was delusional, talking
Everybody
about
else.
me hitting him. Everyone else is delusional.
Literally everybody else.
You could show it to her and she'd be like, that's not
what
that's
happened.
being framed. And then all of her flying monkeys on Twitter, you know, the Eves and the Cat Tin Barge and all the people go on and say, well, it's just a bunch of out of context stuff. This is 7+ hours of not out of context stuff. We're giving you every single bit of it.
Every second.
I dare you to watch it. I dare you.
Yep.
Hold on. I'm gonna skip this one. I'm sorry. Zaza made it to a live. Hi from Barcelona. Hi, Barcelona. Thank
What's
you
up,
guys
Barcelona?
for all your work. Thank you so much for that, Zaza. She'll be apples. She will be eventually.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the super sticker. Very generous one there. Thank
you.
Susie. Oh, I wanted to do this because if you caught on harder at the end, he's like, "Why are you laughing like a couple of?" And then he stops and she's
He
like,
was gonna say something like old hens or some shit. You know?
like giggling schoolgirls or something else. And then Laura, in the classic Laura
like,
Wasser way, when she's like, just like earlier, everyone loves it's my room, babe.
Yes.
She looks at him and you can tell she looks at him with a smile and goes, "Say it, Charles, I dare you." Yeah, I have an idea what the word she was trying to. Yeah. She's like, thank you, Lena. She's like my mom, who is bipolar. Moods change. Yes, they do. For anyone who knows someone like that, it's not. I don't think the bipolar created this. I think it's just it's just this crock pot of stuff going on with her, and none of each thing helps the other. And
Which
it only
is
makes
just
it
not
worse.
well. Like she doesn't manage it well. It's hard because you don't want to throw everybody with a condition into some boat. But she's not managed well.
Correct.
On it, and there are a lot of other issues at play with substance abuse and various other things, whether it be prescription or not, and
then there's
all comes together and creates this madness,
Yeah, it's just like you're just stirring the cauldron from childhood and learned behavior and everything like that, and predisposed tendencies and everything. It's just it's not a good mix.
No, and I think that's part of the whole
becomes.
thing with Kipper and Aaron and everything was Johnny was trying very hard to help her manage it and to be. He keeps saying he wanted to help her to get better and all this stuff. And there are people that are very well managed and do very well and lead pretty normal lives. I think that he was really trying to help her get there, and it just wasn't going to be possible, unfortunately.
I agree. Kelly Brunner, thank you so much for that. I'll try to get through as much of these as we can. Fatima Castillo, thank you for all you do. You two are amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. You guys are amazing.
For that. You guys are amazing. Thanks for sticking it out.
And searching it out,
Yeah. And thank you, Brian and Jax, with the double X. You both are absolute troopers and deserve all the thank you. And all the follows and monetizations. You both have done so much to help us understand this case. Thank you both so much. And for the record, we don't do it for any of that, but we appreciate the support and everything. Obviously, the support to this channel means a lot, and the support to Jax and everything.
For sure.
It means a lot and allows us to do this.
No, it simply was just, as Kate Moss just said, it had to be done.
It had to be done. This was going to happen regardless.
Done.
I was going to do this regardless. I did do this for years. Regardless. The DUI guy. Hey, man. $20. Thank you for that. Check your DMs. I'll do it.
Alrighty.
My DMs are always like just stacked to a point that I don't see so many of them. So I apologize. I'll try to get around to that and go hunting for it. Vicky Vell 83, thank you so much. Wasn't Harder fired from this case? He
No.
should be sanctioned. He was not fired. He just he represented her up and to and through this point, and then she dropped everything, and that was it.
The case was dismissed, and so that was the
Correct. God bless Blair. I'm sorry, but Amber deserves obscurity, and Johnny and fam deserve love. Agreed.
Totally.
More, yeah, she deserves obscurity, and more than that, Johnny deserves love,
Everything.
and peace, and
Adoration,
and all the happiness that he has been denied.
yes,
I feel like
100%.
Soraya, thank you so much. So glad I got to catch this one live after missing far too many. Thank you both for all you've done. Sending you love and light. Thank you so much, Soraya.
Thank you.
And thank you for finally being able to catch one. We appreciate it. We bounced around quite a bit, so we appreciate it. Why does Amber Heard believe she can cause harm to others due to her rights? And I think she doesn't have a baby, just a rental. Okay.
She has a baby.
She has a
baby.
She has a baby through surrogacy.
She has a baby.
Yeah, the rental thing is not real. It's her sister's
No.
baby, which is the size discrepancy between photos and everything like that. But she does believe it is her right to, I believe, physically control someone. Someone's life. Tara, when I got my DVRO and divorce, I had to have a bailiff escort me through the courthouse and to my car because of how my ex was.
That's horrible. I'm sorry.
That's horrible. I do hope that that's still in place and you're in a better situation today. Roberta, thank you. Heartfelt thank you to both of you for your hard work. Thank you, Roberta, for that. Iron Bark, thank you, Brian and Jax, for your dedication to the truth. Thank you, Iron Bark, for that as well. Amber Allen, for the super sticker. Thank you for that. I'm going to try to get caught up in these real quick, Jax.
You got it, bro.
I got it. You're just gonna hear a lot of scrolling for a second.
That's fine. I might have to jump up and grab my pizza.
Do it. Where'd you get it from?
Papa John's.
Nice. I like Papa John's.
I like it too. It's just the fastest one on a weekend.
Yeah, I like Papa John's pizza.
There's a lot of better places than that around here, but it's late and I'm hungry.
There's not chains,
Yeah.
Probably
yeah.
that. I'm sure there's lots of stuff. I was out there and we had some pizza.
Yeah, we had. I don't remember from where, but yeah.
I cannot for the life of me, but it was one of those non-chain places.
Yeah.
If let's see, let's get caught up here. Let's get caught up. You're both amazing. Thank you, Lisa. You're both
Y'all
amazing.
are amazing. Everyone that came and searched for the truth and cared and realized, all of you are amazing.
Yeah, thank you all so much. I really can't thank you enough. This is not just I'm not just arbitrarily saying it every time I say thank you so much. I really do mean it.
Because it became we all got, there's this group of us obviously that we got very personally invested in it. It was very heartbreaking and that people wouldn't listen was the worst part. So that's why it's so I'm so grateful to everyone who did, and obviously in the end the whole world finally did.
Yeah, I agree. There was a time in the beginning, and I saw a comment here saying they must be exhausted 6+ years of not many people hearing them at the beginning, and that is very, very true, and it was taxing. Thank you, Jax and Brian, for all your hard work and determination. Would not have wanted to be on this ride with anyone else. Can't wait for what's next.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. I can't wait for what's next too, and I can't wait to see.
I'll be right back.
All right. Jan, thank you for the super sticker. I'll roll through these while she's going to get the za. Cabrera, again, thank you. I started watching y'all during the trial. At first, I was like, what is all this craziness? But then I was like, wow, this woman actually pretended to be a DV victim when she was the abuser. Yeah, it actually does happen, Cabrera. And I know a lot of people think, how can someone make this up? And I agree, how can they? But it does happen, and it did happen. It sounded like a bunch of just nonsense at first, and then it just, your eyes start to open to it, to what it really was. And it's heartbreaking when you get down to what it is. It's just heartbreaking is the word for it, because a man's life was utterly destroyed, and it didn't have to be. Amber Allen, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you for that. Going to scroll through here. Do we know if Johnny's lawyer ever filed a motion? A motion, I assume, at the end of this when they were talking about filing motions.
No,
and
I don't think so.
Prompting them. No. Everything went away. When I say everything went away, all of this initial hoopla went away because it was everything was dropped.
Yeah.
All right, Joanna, thanks for the company and all the hard work. Much love and respect. Thank y'all for the company. I appreciate it. I'd go insane if it wasn't, if I didn't get to. Layla's beautiful. Yes, she is. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gorgeous.
She is.
And she
Little
knows
lady.
it. She's spoiled rotten. She doesn't listen to anything. Miss Morton, thank you. Hey, averages. Thank you for everything.
Yes. Love that.
Jax, I binged the heck out of the road to Fairfax, as you all should.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
It was just what I needed. I was laughing along with you two season 3 after you met. I love origin stories. Yeah, that first podcast is us just being stupid.
Origin stories. Wonder Twin powers.
Activate. We would do like the Venture Brothers. Like, Sarah Lita, thank you for the super sticker. Sarah Lita, thank you so much. Let's see. Jessica, thank you for this. Sophie and Toffee has wonderful UV and regular resin. It's clear as glass and rarely has blemishes or bubbles. Thank you so much for that. Glad I pulled that up so I can go back and see this and get those Google. John, welcome back, John. Good to have you.
Hey, John.
For the dog treats all around. Thank you so much. They'll love them. Have 5 dogs, so they'll love them. Also,
yeah.
I'm late today, but we're happy to have you anyway. But looking forward to the rewatch, the finale. Do you guys have any hints of what's in store next for your viewers?
Raquel's deposition.
Raquel's deposition. We have an email we're going to talk about. We're either going to do it in a live or we're going to do it in a video where we can edit some stuff together, but we'll both be doing commentary on it. And it's bombshell gets used a lot, but it's a pretty big bombshell. And can't wait to drop that. And then Raquel's deposition. Absolutely. In terms of my channel going forward, I know Jax has some ideas and thoughts and everything else for her channel. We're still going to collaborate on some things. We're not going anywhere in terms of what we're going to do together, but she's clearly going to be doing some stuff on her own, and I'm going to be doing some stuff.
We're not friends anymore.
We're not friends anymore. I am sick of this shit. No, I'm just
no, but I'm going to go outside and make videos.
Yeah. I'm going to hunker down and I'm going to talk about other stuff, as it pops up, and maybe do some cold case stuff. I wouldn't mind doing some of the true crime type things in the fashion in which I do them, and see if anyone's interested in that. And if you are, you are. If you're not, that's fine too.
We do have at least 2 more things to go through here.
Yeah, exactly. Sass, crumb jokes aside, thank you both from a survivor. Thank you, Sass. I really do appreciate that. Those always mean a lot to me. Punky's Party Palace, for all your party needs. What was Gina Deuters going to testify to in the Virginia trial? Just basically how big of, I'm assuming, look, we all know what assuming does. Makes an ass out of you and me. But I'm assuming it was just Amber's behavior and personality and just,
overall view.
Just how big of a, sometimes of a see you next Tuesday she could be,
Yeah. Yep.
So how demonstrative she could get.
I don't think anything specific, because there was never ever like a declaration from Gina or something that she had witnessed an incident or anything like that. It was I think it was just going to be sort of an overview of who she was and how she was. LaRon, aka Butters, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you for it. Ghost, welcome back. Brian and Jax, I love your demeanor. I've watched your videos, Brian, since your first video. You really changed the game for Johnny. I really do appreciate that. I'd like to think that true.
I had a little hand in it, but it's been a big group effort. Also, love our demeanor. Yeah, we're kind of chill. We're kind of laid back. We
just real. I don't know. Just try to keep it real.
Yeah. Jazzy, Brian and Jax, gratitude and respect. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You guys are awesome.
We're keeping it hunted.
Hundo.
Nicole, thank you both. Brian, I forced all my friends and family to watch your videos. I apologize. You are incredibly unaverage. Well, I hope they enjoyed them, even though you made them watch them. I do hope they enjoyed them.
Yeah.
It's quite the undertaking making them. So they are there. If you want to go back and watch any of my old videos, they're there. Volume 3 and 4 is going to drop with this. It's not going to have our commentary, but I wanted to get through all these first. So you have to listen to us.
Yeah.
Hi again from London, Lisa. Hi to London. So she used his reaction to being robbed of millions to make up the lie on her birthday and in the UK trial. Yeah, well, I don't know about the birthday part of it, but certainly in the UK trial and in this trial and everything, they love leaning on that video.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Which is 3 months before they finally split up.
Yeah, very interesting that the media loved covering that video, still loves covering the video, loves covering text messages out of context to friends, and not one major American media outlet has covered a word that she has said directly to him about being an abuser herself. Susie, thank you for this. Yay to freedom and putting a pin in it.
Indeed.
Love what you both do and excited for your future projects. I'm excited as well. I don't know exactly where things are heading, but I'm excited to see where it goes.
Same.
Michi, here's a small token. Thank you. That's not small at all. We thank you for
seriously, thank
generosity. You both deserve much more for all your work you've put in. Watching Amber is like observing animals in the wild. It's fascinating and disturbing. You got to watch, though. If someone compared it to a train wreck, you have to watch. All right, guys.
All righty.
I think this is a good signing off moment, so I'm gonna cut everyone off.
We have done it.
We have done it. We've done it together. We've gotten through it all. Let's see. Everyone's got to go. You got to go. You got to go, Jazzy B. Everyone's gonna go.
We getting out of here too.
Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy the end of the weekend.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. You can like, subscribe, share, comment, everything else. This video is going to go up. Go over to Jax's channel, Movie Myths and Monsters. Like, subscribe, share over there. Help build that up. I'm looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward to what's to come and where all we can take it and the journey ahead, whatever it may be. Mary says, grateful to have been part of the JD's journey to see him tell his truth and for the hard work you did. Justice for Johnny Depp. Thank you so much for that.
And justice was fucking served, no matter what the media does or says or any of that bullshit. Justice was fucking served, and no one can take that away from him.
No one can take that away. They can try to rewrite it as much as they want, but it changes nothing.
Nothing.
The truth is out there. Thank you, everyone, for joining along.
Truth is out there. All right. Fucking unsolved mysteries.
Exactly. It's out there. Thanks everyone for joining. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for following along. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for just having a good time and making all this worth it. So
and we'll see you for Raquel's deposition.
We'll see you soon enough. This isn't over. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
We'll just be back with other stuff. So until next time, if there is a next time, take care. Jax, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.